Hello, everyone. We're back. I'm a dumbass.
The blood's rushing to my head still. This is taking forever.
I'm not drunk like the other day, but I'm gonna be.
He's about to be.
It'd be really cool if I stuck my hair up and
I always like
just
these.
hairsprayed it.
I always like these when we fuck up the first time and we have to remember our funny bits for the second.
Yeah, I kind of forgot mine. Also, hey, Gabe.
I'm gonna pull up my silly camera setup.
Ooh, yes.
Look at that, huh?
Tristan's got it on top of all the Yatsubas. You love to see it.
Yeah. And of course the double bill of Doctor Who.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh wait, there was a Doctor Who manga?
A worthy setup.
No, there's just 2 books.
Okay.
They're from the 50th anniversary line.
But admittedly, they looked like manga right there, so I was like, hang on, what? Did I miss something?
Yeah, they're reversed because manga is the other way around.
Yeah, they should. They probably should do a Doctor Who manga. That'd kind of fuck.
Yeah.
There might actually be one. I know there's a shit ton of comics.
There's so many comics. I've read a bunch of them. They're pretty solid. But
I've seen some.
I'm actually
at least making a manga eventually if they haven't already.
I'm keeping up to date with the 15th Doctor comics. There's only 2 issues out right now, but still, it's pretty nice.
Oh yeah, those just started. Yeah.
See,
yeah, they have a really cool Cyberman design.
That's one of those things where, right now they just released Terminator Zero on Netflix, which is seemingly the highest reviewed thing the Terminator series has had since fucking 2.
Yeah, I think you posted an IGN review that was 7 out of 10, and it said it was the best thing the series has done in decades, which is wow.
It's true!
How about that?
As somebody who's a big Terminator fan, wow, there's stuff after 2? Does there need to be?
Crazy.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it's I'm shocked that's never happened with Doctor Who. They've never done, even Rick and Morty recently just got, an anime thing. I wouldn't call it, an adaptation.
Yeah, but no one liked it.
Yeah.
There's an unofficial Doctor Who anime. It's pretty cool. You should look it up on YouTube. It's 15 minutes.
Speaking of which...
Did you guys talk about the Rick and Morty anime? Because that was
I have
an actual notable colossal flop.
I saw one clip from it and I was like, that looks like somebody animated this for $12. And I don't know.
Oh, hell yeah.
I see a lot of people. On one hand, it's very much stylized to be Crayon Shin-chan style, loose animation. But on the other hand, it doesn't look well animated. The art style isn't the problem. The animation's just bad. It
looks like they hired an Eastern European company to animate it, and I hate to be that guy, but it's the same company that did Mr. Bertram, kind of that style. You know what I mean? Yeah. We haven't talked about Mr. Bertram in a long time. Jesus, I forgot about that.
I don't think we've. I think last time it was mentioned was when y'all were talking about Norm.
Oh yeah, which has not uploaded a single thing in a while. I don't think there's been a tweet.
New Norm has been radio silent for almost a month now.
It'll happen.
Come back to us, Norm. Please
trust the process. Norm's gonna happen. Trust the science.
We need new Norm.
He's cooking.
So bad.
In this most post-Mevolander world, we need new Norm to save us. In the last few, I will say a little plug for next week. Yeah, last few days, I think we might have mentioned it in the fucked up version that we started recording and didn't record. Oh, okay. Well, next few days we got a special guest star coming, or rather, in the last few days since we recorded the first part of this. We got our next special guest star coming for next episode.
Yeah, so episode 60 is going to come out probably not this coming Saturday, but next Saturday. We're having a little break.
Yeah, we'll be a little late.
A little podcast sparsity. But we're having a guest, and that guest is Frederick Knudsen.
Nuts Knudsen, that's right.
That's true.
We haven't told him about what we know about. Yeah.
Let's save that for save that for when he's on.
That's fair. Okay, we'll save that story for then. But yeah, we got some fun stories. Frederick is a really wonderful dude. I'm excited to talk to him again.
It's gonna be great.
Yeah, ever since he's come into the Discord, our general chat has gone from mostly empty to, oh my god, there's conversation going on literally right now.
It's popping. We're talking. We're having a good time.
Yeah,
we rarely ever talk there.
Yeah, it's mostly in our little subgroups. We've got oh god, how many groups do we have now?
We have a bunch.
Hang on, let me count
for the future.
It's been individual.
We got general.
Yeah.
Us three, Gabe, Caddy, Blackbrains, Frederick, Aimbot, Tyler, Hatman. We have the Wang channel, but that's just that's blank for now. He's busy, so it'll.
And then outside of our special little super planning area, one of which includes it was originally like a Tyler group chat.
Borderlands, and
now it's for a possible future plan. We'll wait for them to come to us on that.
Yeah. We've got some interesting ideas for the Borderlands chat. That's true.
Yeah, so let's just round up and say we have 15.
Yeah.
We got a bunch of channels, and the Pokédex of internet people that we've got in our podcast lineup. I can't wait. Ever grows.
Yes.
I can't wait until it's like a bunch of internet celebrities, and then like 5 people that nobody knows. It's great.
Yeah. He's got
one of those, by the way.
Like Germa or whatever. It'll be great.
I'd be down for that.
Yerma just comes in and says, "Hey guys, how you doing?" And we're all like, "Oh my god, Yerma!"
Oh my god, it's Yerma.
And then Aimbot just dropped the slur for no reason. It's crazy.
Yeah, he does that all the time. I can't believe it.
We had to make a rule about it actually on the Discord. That's because of him.
That's true.
That is true. That is true.
It is technically true. Yes.
Well, actually, yeah, I suppose it is technically not. It's not untrue. I mean,
yeah.
Technically,
something, certain point of view. So yeah, we should probably go ahead and get through our shit.
Yeah.
We had to take we went way too long on Trump's scam digital cards or whatever.
Yeah. It was very fun.
And yeah, we took up most of the podcast on that, so now we have to continue with our planned stuff. And new things happened. I guess we should probably also talk about the big new disaster.
Oh yeah,
there's a big new disaster.
Yeah.
There is a big new disaster. Yeah.
And that's
Tortanic 2024.
Go ahead and send me
it should be
a link, and I'll pull up an
article. It should be even with Gabe chat already, but
it is.
About 1 episode ago, actually. Now that I think about, well,
I'm kidding. Nah. There's that, but let's not get into that. Good lord, please.
Yeah, not right now, at least. So yeah,
an important update on Concord. No punctuation. That's how you know it's serious.
It's that'd be
Concord.
Well, so yeah, Concord was a game that I reviewed last episode. I still stand by what I said there. I think it was a fun game. I think it is a fun game.
But Bane, it's woke.
I mean, it does have a robot that's a he/him for some reason, and more than being woke, the character design is just fucking terrible. The people look like they're wearing fucking garbage bags and clown makeup. It's like ridiculous.
I will say that
there's just no. It worse. There's no style to like. Some of the characters have some style, but some of them look really bad.
The way I've described it to people is like Deadlock has the style I want Concord to have, and Concord has the gameplay that I want Deadlock to have. Because I hate the MOBA shit. All that MOBA stuff immediately.
My problem is like there's shorts they did for Concord that have a cell shaded style that look pretty good.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, well, why doesn't the game just look like this? Like, this looks great.
Exactly.
And it's like, why not? The
shorts are good. I mean,
there's like several... I think the last few times that we've done like a game trailer show, there have been at least one per show, a thing where I'm like, oh, this looks cool, and then it's just like a cinematic, stylistic thing for a trailer, and the real game is some like top-down MOBA shit or whatever.
Yeah.
So that's probably...
Yeah, this is kind of the opposite of that, where the trailer was all like, oh, look how cinematic, and then the game just looks exactly the same. You're like, huh?
Well, see, the worst part is, like, if they had just focused on this game's gameplay, I think it has fun gameplay. I was actually...
Yeah, everyone says it plays pretty well.
It is fun.
I'll say this, I was not hyped at this game until beta. I think if you go back to the Live Equals Funnies we did where they were showing off just the cinematic footage, I think I kind of snored through it. I think, like...
No, yeah, you said it looked really bad, actually. Until you saw the gameplay, you were like, nah.
Yeah, like, the problem is, like, and I don't even hate these characters. I do think that the little robot dude that Claw mentioned earlier is the one that I think should have a spin-off of, like, you know, Power Wash Simulator, but you're cleaning up trash. Because it's effectively all he does.
That's fun.
They locked the comments. They locked the comments on that one, Tristan.
Yeah, that's a shame.
But, yeah, no, like, the beta was real fun. I've had fun that I have not had in a multiplayer shooter in years, and I am typically a multiplayer shooter guy. Like, I think that's like a common genre I mostly play.
Bane?
Yes.
You know you're known for liking bad video games, Bane.
I am. Hey, look, I can show that right here. I got a copy of fucking Metal Gear Survive.
I thought you were reaching for Anthem, but that might be worse.
No, this one's actually at least, like, you know, for what it is, it should have just been its own spin-off. Attaching Metal Gear to that killed that. If anything. Yeah, better yet, I'll show you bad games. I got Destiny 1 right here. That's something.
Oof.
Yeah.
Do I have any bad games on hand?
Tell you what, I'll pull out a third and fourth one. Fuck it. And these are games that I bought physically.
I don't have a bad game on hand.
These are games I bought physically, mind you.
Actually, hang on. I have a bad game on hand.
2142. I only paid $5 for this, so I didn't.
I got Sonic 06, but like.
I got Sonic Frontiers. That's actually not that bad. I kind of like it. I kind of like what I played, but I didn't finish it. Rainbow Six Extraction. That's worse. That's real worse. Simon's Quest.
This game's a shitload of fuck.
The game is a shitload of fuck.
I actually kind of like Simon's Quest. It's not horrible. It's just, you know, cryptic and weird.
Yeah.
Anyway, let me go put this back. I don't want it to get dusty.
But effectively, like,
you know what's funny? Yeah. What's funny about most of these games that we've been mentioning, though, is that we can still play them. And after, like, 2 weeks of them coming out, Tristan, after 2 weeks of getting your copy of Simon's Quest, you didn't get a $40 refund for your whole...
Yeah,
actually, I only spent $20 on it, so that's nice.
At least the Concord people are getting a refund. That's the, you know...
Yeah, hey, I mean...
They probably had to.
So, I'll read this here, and this is why I don't... mind you, also, they spent a lot of time and money on this game. I don't think this game is just disappearing. I'm gonna...
No, I don't either.
They're probably going to rework it.
People are acting like this is literally just it's done. Yeah. They wouldn't have made this announcement if that was the case.
Yeah, if they would have just straight up. Yeah. Here's what I'll say. If somehow, like, I'll say this, if not by March of next year, if this isn't back in a free-to-play form, I will drink an entire fucking, like, case of Malort. And that shit's fucking gross. I will do that. If it's not back by March.
Malort and pickle juice.
Ugh. That might actually make me...
That's what the mixture is. I saw Mr. Gigi drink at one time. It was apparently quite bad.
It sounds like awful, but I'll read the article. I'm sorry. Concord fans, we've been listening closely to your feedback since the launch of Concord on PlayStation 5 and PC, and want to thank everyone who has joined the journey aboard the North Star. Your support and the passionate community that has grown around the game has meant the world to us. However, while many qualities of the experience resonated with players, we also recognize that other aspects of the game and our initial launch didn't land the way we'd intended. Therefore, at this time, we've decided to take the game offline.
They're gonna remove the pronouns because they went woke and they went broke! Backwatch, bozo! Fuck off!
Admittedly, though, if somehow, like, if it takes out the pronouns, that will be the most annoying YouTubers, like, trend of videos for at least 6 months, dude. Like,
Concord takes away the pronouns, and it's now better than it was before. Really makes you think, doesn't it?
Oh, dude,
they should make the pronouns bigger, just so those videos are, just so they make funny or bad videos better. You never see it coming.
He'll be able to buy his own fucking bus with that fucking video if that happens. But yeah,
his own weird sperm bus.
Get some new heels for that baby face.
At this time, we have decided to take the game offline beginning September 6, 2024, and explore options, including those that will better reach our players. While we determine the best...
Which really makes it sound like free-to-play is the go-to move.
They would, like... I mean, I said $20 should have been the launch price, but... while we determine the best path forward, Concord sales will cease immediately and begin to offer a full refund for all gamers who purchase the game for PS5 or PC. If you purchase the game from PlayStation 5, from PlayStation Store or PlayStation Direct, a refund will be issued to your original payment method. And then there's more here about Epic and Steam. We don't need to necessarily read those. We can keep scrolling down a little bit more.
That's fine. I mean, I just think it's...
Yeah.
Yeah, well, just... unfortunately...
Wait, I just realized they're doing what Chris Reagan said that they should do to Halo Infinite. They're unreleasing it and probably bringing it back in a better state.
Yeah. But,
they pretty much are.
That's my entire thing here.
They're doing the Final Fantasy 14 thing.
I watched a great video from, let me find the channel, just made a video about it and what a tremendous failure it was. Oh. And I didn't even know that the fucking thing had pronouns in it until I saw this. Knowledge Husk talked about how it's become like a bit of a culture war topic.
Yeah, Grums has been...
for no real reason.
Pull up that photo of Mark Hurt again. Reel it back.
All right, hang on. I got to tab over to the GABE chat.
Yeah,
but Knowledge Husk brought up that the Concord game was in development for like fucking 8 years.
Yeah, well, I mentioned that when we were talking about it before in the last episode. I'd say probably like knowing what I know from the bit of QA experience I've had, I would assume 6 is closer. That's still absurd.
Probably.
I mean, but like 6 years for a game like that, and then like what hero shooters were already on the way out in like 2018.
Well, yeah, but anything that had like anything that ran up to like COVID, you have to think of like effectively COVID mucked up the gears of everything at that time.
Everything.
I mean,
it doubled everything basically.
You also have to remember, hero shooters came out after 2018 and kept popping off. Like, yeah. I get it, they were out of the way, but like Apex was 2019, Valorant was 2020.
Yeah,
like,
true. Games. But to put so many eggs in a basket of like several years development time, 8 years, and it's like the game comes out and it gets unreleased 2 weeks later, it's embarrassing. You need to go back to a year or two dev time, make the games look a little worse. It's fine. Yeah. This is bullshit.
Well, see, here's the thing.
What did they get out of that 8-year dev time? They could have released 4 Concords in that fucking time.
But the problem is, like, even then, like, I would have looked at this area of time and thought, like, we're going up against Black Ops 6. We're going up against a whole bunch of AAA releases. We're going up against our own fucking game with Astro Bot. What were they thinking?
Yeah, that's coming out.
What were they fucking thinking?
Imagine if that flops too. If I was Sony, I would just stop.
I don't think
I would cease
People
to be.
Are loving it.
Yeah.
My thing with Concord.
Yeah. Oh, in fact, I was gonna say about Astro Bot is like it looks so amazing, and plus it leaked already, and people are like looking at that footage and being like, "Oh my god, this looks fucking great."
Yeah, people are like, I gotta get this. Yeah, like it's not even the way you'd expect it to go.
Hey, I got $40 coming my way again.
I just saw the trailer and it looked pretty good. Is it only 40?
No, it's a full price, but
I think it's full price. Yeah,
I think it might be 60.
Gonna be like 80. It's like 80 levels or something. Like it's.
I think 120.
It's a solid length.
It's something crazy.
Yeah, people are comparing it to Mario Galaxy. It's it's like a big PlayStation celebration thing. All of the Astro Bot stuff has been, but this has been like the big one.
This is special.
Yeah, this is this one is like the big game. The other ones, I played the VR one, which was pretty good, but like it's like a 3-hour VR game. And then I played the PS5 tech demo one, which again, it's like, you're done that thing in like an hour.
Yeah.
And every time you're just like, man, I wish that there was a full game of this. So I'm over the moon. I really hope that it does well. That Sackboy game, I don't know if that was a big success though. So maybe not.
It did pretty well. Let me.
It also got a PC port, which
I don't know if it was any good either. So like,
it's good. It's fun.
Okay.
It's a very straightforward 3D platformer. It's fun. It's cute. It's got great performances. It's got Richard E. Grant and Don French in it, and they both do great because they're Richard E. Grant and Don French.
I'm looking here. Apparently, more than 50 planets is what it says. So, I mean, I'm assuming it's probably a lot of content.
Yeah.
Like, even Astro's Playroom has a good amount of content. Also, it is $59.99 US, and then $69.99 for the deluxe edition.
So it'll be $80 Canadian.
Yep. 80 for the deluxe.
$80 Canadian.
Yes, Canadian. Definitely big asterisk here, Canadian. But yeah, no, I don't know. I feel like they, like, I don't know if Sony knew what they were doing, because a lot of this game was pitched as like, oh, it's not gonna have a battle pass because it's $40 at launch, and there was no in-game item shop, there was no nothing at launch, which it was refreshing actually. I'll be honest, because
one of the most consumer-friendly games like this, legitimately. Besides the fact you have to pay $40, it's not predatory, it's not obnoxious, it's not, in the transactions and content.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, that's the problem. Everybody would probably rather have a game that's like $40, you just buy it, and then it doesn't, fuck you with stupid garbage. But apparently this genre, you can't release a game like that. Especially not when it looks like the worst thing ever. I mean, all the trailers
this shit does look like the Battle Pass.
The biggest problem is they didn't know how to fucking market this, and they didn't market it either.
No.
On its launch week, on the PlayStation Network store, the only fucking thing you could see is Black Myth Wukong. And it's still the only fucking thing you can see on the PlayStation store. Like, there's...
Well, I mean, they probably weren't super proud of this fucking thing. Everyone says this or that looks like AI, but it is amazing that something like this...
Well, yeah. But it's also but if you don't feel confident in something, why, why effectively spend all that money? It's like...
It's one of those things where you have to wonder whose, vision it was. Probably nobody's, because it's like, so what was the idea? Just make a hero shooter? It definitely wasn't this, because this is based on a bunch of shit that's happened in the last 8 years. So, over the course of time, I'm just like, what was the original vision of Concord that now is, the Guardians of the Galaxy hero shooter or whatever?
Grape jelly.
I mean, that too.
Stupid fucking joke.
But there's a lot of the devs were from Bungie 2, Destiny 2's PvP team from Bungie, which a lot of it shows. A lot of it shows. The movement it feels like what if a Destiny 3's movement would be. There's so much variety and moving around, jumping around, dashing. There's a lot that makes me kind of hope that fucking if we ever get Destiny 3, we'll get some of that in there.
But there's also a lot of stuff because I think you can only play a character once per round. You can't stay the same character.
No. You can stay the same character. But I think what you played in the beta was one of because there is a
there's a different game mode.
There's a different game mode. It was kind of like Search and Destroy. But yeah, in that one your heroes were locked. Where it's if you pick that one, not again, not this time. Which I actually kind of like that. If you're gonna do a hero shooter version of Search and Destroy, but
they also did a cool thing where as your team is putting together characters, depending on what characters your team picks, it gives you different buffs and bonuses and boosts to alter the way your team plays. And that's really cool. So it's a team can get a whole speed boost and a damage boost if people choose specific characters and put together specific team compositions. And it's there's a lot of really cool stuff. There's a lot of cool, unique mechanical stuff. And also the idea about... because one of the things people loved about Overwatch was the shorts and the animated bits. Same with League of Legends.
Yeah, we need to talk about the fact that this thing is apparently one of the games that's getting a prestige fucking short film episode or whatever, along with God of War and all of these other real games.
Warhammer,
that's going to be really funny by the time that comes out.
I'm not even talking about that.
Oh yeah, but there's also... Yeah, they release their own little shorts, and then each week there is a cutscene whenever you load up the main menu, and it just kind of sets up, hey, this is what's going on in the universe, and then typically something new will happen in the games, the new menus, they'll change that up every week. And
yeah, every week there's
they do that every season with Fortnite, but every week is pretty interesting.
It is, and you're seeing the characters interact, you're seeing new areas, you're seeing all sorts of stuff in those cutscenes, and I guess the idea is as you get closer to the new character releases, they'll tease a new character, and then the character will come out in the next season, which will be a week or two later. There's all these clever ideas. The problem is that no one played it.
Yeah. Problem is like...
Problem is it had 600 players at peak.
Yeah, 600 on PC. Well, yeah, now
that's rough.
You know what? Now we can actually total out what was the permanent peak of this stage of Concord. Because again, I'll fucking cut off some of my own hair and eat it if this doesn't
with the Malort.
With the Malort.
Cutting off your hair. Yeah. What else are you gonna promise?
Pickle juice.
I don't know. Really, I don't got anything else I could promise that sounds awful to me. So.
I mean, yeah, I think they didn't spend 8 years and millions of dollars on nothing. They probably are going to try and A Realm Reborn it somehow. They're going to make it free to play. They're going to probably do a bunch of Sony tie-in shit, you know
what? I'll even put the boldest... I'll put 2 bold possibilities. Because the PC specs aren't too high. I think they might downport this to PS4.
I mean,
are you including that with the Malort in the hair?
I'm not putting. This is a separate bet. This is a separate thing entirely. Because the other one's really pie in the sky, and I don't think they'll do this one. But it's I'm exhausting all options here. I feel like if they come out with an Xbox port, it would entirely be possible. Because admittedly, Xbox is the home of shooters.
I don't think PlayStation is porting to Xbox. I think it's the other way around.
Again, that's why I said it was pie in the sky, and I was not including it that other bet. Thank you, Tristan. I see what you're trying to do there.
We will watch you eat Malort and hair, motherfucker.
You might. If not,
all we need to. You know what? All we need is you soaking the hair in Malort.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I'm willing to downgrade the whole thing of Malort if you just dip the hair in.
All right.
It has to be a bunch of hair, like you went to the barber.
And I'd fucking grow out a mullet and cut that off, and then get a good long,
like a ponytail or something. Yeah. Perfect.
It'd be gross. But no, I totally, because again, Sony spent a lot of money on this. Secret level is probably not entirely cheap, or maybe they reach out to them. I don't fully know, but. I don't know. I expect that this, it's not the last we've heard of Concord, but admittedly, it'll be nice to get $40 back. It's been a long time since I've had a game give me money back for playing it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's the shit right there.
Yeah. All right, so let's go into the next story after this. Sorry.
They didn't have to do this full refund.
They did not.
Yeah, that's true.
They really didn't.
I mean, they could have just said, fuck it, you got your 2 weeks.
Well, I think they probably fucking did. I think people would have class actioned the hell out of them if they had paid $40 and then gotten 2 weeks of game. That would have been so Ross Scott. That would have been the poster boy for Ross Scott game.
Actually, yeah, that's true. If Stop Killing Games wasn't around...
I mean, they probably would have left the game up still. If they weren't, if they weren't giving refunds, they'd still hey, we kept the game up, because that's what they did with, I mean, it's obviously a later time frame, and other shit happened because of it, but the Friday the 13th game, they did not give people refunds for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this could,
even if they wish they might have.
I think they could maybe give it a subtitle and bring it back, and maybe some people might play it, depending on if the game's good, and... the designs stop looking so fucking ugly and
give it
shitty.
Give it a shading, Concord devs.
Some kind of style,
Make it
free to play, maybe.
And yeah, free to play. Sony really wanted another. I mean, it worked with Helldivers. Helldivers was $40, and it had a version of it you get a couple days early, and it was a couple $20 more. And that worked. That worked like fucking gangbusters. And admittedly, if I'm Sony, I'm well, I think we're doing this again.
No one's talked about Helldivers in months, though. That had its flash in the pan.
It fell off because they started requiring a PlayStation account, and even though I'm pretty sure they walked that back, that kind of messed things up.
Yeah, but the big problem is
the.
Oh, go on.
No, you go.
I was going to say, there was a lot of issues with the community with them doing balancing patches in a PvE game.
Yeah.
And in a way, I get it on the dev team where it's you want certain things to be at certain power levels, so when you get to this thing, it feels like an increase. But it's also like when your community has built up a meta, you don't fuck with the meta. You do not fuck with the meta.
No, and like
unless it's like a fighting game.
I think after like
even then.
Exactly. Because in a fighting game, what'll happen is you're fighting someone and they always choose the exact same character and everyone does the exact same thing every single time and you lose over and over and over again. In a PvE game.
Remember that fucking that Smash Championship where the finals was just 2 Bayonetta players mirror matching and like it was so boring that people just started leaving.
Yeah.
Smash 4. Oh, what is
Smash 4?
Yeah.
At least Ultimate's better.
Way better. But like I think like February, March, April, Helldivers was like, that's it. You know, we've got it. And then around May, June, they started doing a bunch of balancing patches, like one every like week or two. And people were like, oh, this sucks. Because they made it so a lot of weapons, you just couldn't use them the same anymore. And it pissed people off.
Yeah, it's one of those things, it's like, when the community gets into sweet spots, what you do to get them out of that meta is add new things that are really cool. And then it's like, oh, well, I've got this, but I could get this. And they were doing that in the first few months, too. They were actually really good at that in the first couple. But
it was fantastic. Yeah.
I guess that works for a game like that. I was going to say, or you could be like Elden Ring, and instead of adding new stuff, you just constantly remove the powers of things that are good until there's like no powerful moves left.
Oh, hey,
Hoarfrost Stomp, Rivers of Blood, get rid of it. Yeah. Fuck it. They're all shit now.
Fuck it. Yeah. Also, this is a quick little side note. Foam Stars is going free to play. For the 2 people that know and have played.
Alive?
That's still alive. They're trying their best.
Remember Knockout City, the dodgeball one?
Dude, Knockout City was fucking fun, and I am still mad that EA killed that.
Is Foam Stars the one that's like a Splatoon thing?
It is. We have Splatoon at home.
Oh, hell yeah.
Hey, it's very pretty.
It's so sad to think about, like Sega's got a bunch of games coming out in the next couple of years that are going to be like Crazy Taxi as a live service game.
Well, and what they're actually doing
how are they going to fucking make this one not die in a week? Like, man.
Supposedly they're also doing like a normal remake of both Jet Set Radio and a live service game. And then for Crazy Taxi, they're doing a remake of the original and a live service game. And I'm like,
yeah, they're doubling up.
I like that idea. I like that idea more because
I guess.
Yeah, I mean, at the very least,
multiplayer could be fun. It could be a lot of fun.
It could be, and so could like Rocksmith as a live service, but that also ruins Rocksmith. So could a lot of things could be better, but because of funny capitalism, they usually aren't.
There's some that have, I think, like, as a live service, it's better in a lot of ways. I like the new COD era of just, like, being able to get into Warzone fast with my friends and all of my shit's in there. Like, that's clever. That's neat. I don't like it when it fucks with me.
The big problem is, even if they're doing a straight remake of Jet Set Radio and Jet Set Radio live service.
Yeah.
Okay. So you play the remake, and then you go, man, I want to play more new Jet Set Radio. And then you boot up the live service game. You're still stuck playing the live service game. If the live service isn't any good, you're still stuck with that if you want to play something else that's new.
And you know what it really is?
You can always emulate Jet Set Radio Future.
True.
Well, the thing is, Future's actually not that good. The real answer is Bomb Rush Cyberpunk is like better than either of the Jet Set Radios. But
great.
The thing is, you know that they said that, especially that is going to be a situation where it's like if you don't play the live service, then they'll be all, I guess people don't want Crazy Taxi.
Yeah,
for another 20 years.
That's what worries me.
Where it's like it should be more.
People didn't buy Chibi Robo Ziplash. It's all over for Chibi Robo.
That era of Nintendo, dude.
We didn't mention that they are making like a new Chibi Robo not in name only.
Yeah, I forgot.
Yeah,
I have to look into that more. I remember hearing about that, but I don't remember if it's like a Kickstarter. I
think it's the real game that's coming out. It's the devs of the original, and they just, it's Chibi Robo, but without the name.
Hey.
Which is, more power to them. Now we need Mr. Mosquito.
Honestly, yes.
Doshin the Giant.
Fumble 2.
Hell yeah.
Yo, when are we getting a new Cubivore game?
Oh god,
Yo.
You remember what was it? Fur Fighters? Remember those games?
Yeah, Iron Rat's favorite game.
Oh,
it was on the Dreamcast.
Yeah. It was, and then there was a PS2 one, Fur Fighters: Vigo's Revenge. Very bad games, but I remember them a lot because I played a fuck ton of them.
We need Vex 2. That's the only way.
Yeah, we do. Cheetahman.
I don't know if we talked about the Sonic 3 trailer on here, by the way.
I think we mentioned it.
I know we've got a lot of shit to get to.
Yeah.
I will say...
Oh, yeah, we've kind of been on, like,
we were at a half hour, yeah.
Oh, yeah, let's...
One thing I have to say, Sonic 3 trailer, they apparently have the Space Colony Arc, but it's not the Space Colony Arc. I didn't recognize it because it's just a floating fucking ship in, like, London.
Oh, yeah.
And so that implies to me, if it's not in space, that the fucking final boss from SA2 is going to be like a kaiju attacking the streets in the city. And if they don't do that, Bane's gonna eat his hair soaked in Malort, okay?
Oh,
if they don't do that, Bane's gonna do that.
Oh man.
Alright, do y'all have anything, actually, before we...
I've got something for the end, because I'll save my first shift and then the UWE BOLL stuff for the right end. So
let's look at this silly-ass tweet.
Alright.
This is an old tweet, but I found it recently, and I think it's funny.
You exited out of it?
No, During intercourse, the woman absorbs the literal cerebral fluid and essence of the man she's sleeping with. The fluid that contains the nutrients of the man chooses to feed his brain. So don't ever, it's just sex, I'm free and liberated me.
Oh wow, this person's stupid.
Cerebral fluid.
Yeah, and there's a community note basically saying, no, you can't do that. That's not real.
I like that our bio says no male DMs. That'll stop him.
That's true.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just a silly, funny tweet that I found. By the way, Tom Baker is trending. I checked. He's cool.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Okay,
well, we knew he's cool.
I was wondering about that.
All right.
Well, yeah, he's cool, but he's cool and also hopefully probably currently breathing. I'm not going to jinx it by saying he's definitely is.
All signs.
I'm also going to knock on a piece of wood.
Yeah.
Cerebrospinal fluid. Wow, loss or gain would make you extremely sick. I like the community notes. I can't wait until Elon gets rid of the community notes and shame.
Yeah.
I've noticed. I've noticed that recently he hasn't been getting community noted that much, and I think he disabled it for himself.
I think he did.
So I'm actually in the community notes program, and some of the things people try to put down as notes is insane.
I've seen some shit.
People will just put. I've seen people credit AI on community posts where they're like,
understands the legal system.
True. They're like, actually, that's not true because I put it into an AI and the AI says that that's not true, and everyone is just like, dude, you can't source AI. What are you talking about?
People are fucking stupid when it comes to that. It has ruined some people's minds. They're like, this is a computer that can talk to me and love me. It's like, no, Chief. Sorry.
We're almost there.
We ain't quite at her yet.
We got about 20 years,
I really need to watch her.
As an AI language model, I am not programmed to feel emotions. Shut the fuck up.
Hers pretty good. Hers very good.
Yeah, no. I remember when it came out, I thought it looked interesting, and now it's one of those things where I'm like, man, I feel like I should watch this more relevant every year, yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So yeah, silly tweet.
Yep.
Y'all want to see Asmongold's fucking ass room?
Yeah, here we go.
Oh my god, he's done some. He said some stupid stuff.
It looks worse than Marie Baker or whatever. What's her name?
No,
I'm not ready for this. Actually,
yeah,
I might have to look away.
Yeah, okay.
So Dexerto.
Here's what I'll say. Like, this makes the Cooking with Hoarders guy almost look normal. Sorry.
Almost. So the Dexerto quotes Asmongold saying, "If Stellar Blade's an 8, this is a 10, and I think Stellar Blade's a phenomenal game." Asmongold was blown away by Black Myth Wukong and revealed why it deserves Game of the Year. Stellar article, guys. Wonderful. That's great. That's cool. That's really news that we all needed to see. And someone quote tweeted saying, "Isn't this a guy whose house is full of cockroaches?" And I really, really need to stress the image that I'm about to show is fucking despicable.
Viewer discretion is advised.
Foul.
Yeah, genuinely.
Actively stepping away for a second.
If you
take it easy, Gabe.
If you fear funny little 8-legged creatures, maybe you might also want to step away also as well.
Well, we've seen, before you show this, we've seen stuff from Asmongold's house before. He's got a wall that's just covered in blood stains because his teeth will bleed at night or something.
That's really normal. That's very, very normal.
I mean, the fact that his description says...
We're not...
Yeah, we're not done.
We're not done.
I'll say when we're done.
I'll suck it up.
Are you
all
right?
Oh, yeah.
I will say his description says professional neckbeard, which I guess is like he's just trying to live up to that, I guess.
I guess so.
Yeah, so let's see.
Hey, man.
All right,
let's see Fridge Bro's latest canvas.
After I put Bliston's nose and mustache away.
Yeah. By the way, again, if you chat, I will leave it in a square. I'll just leave it in a square like this frame. I won't show it full screen.
This is genuinely awful.
Yeah. All right.
So Asmongold himself replies, "Not anymore. They have upgraded."
Yeah, and
genuinely, what the fuck?
I guess it's part of like the bit, but I would believe that this is in his house. I would.
All right, I'm about to go full screen, folks. If you want to look away, look away. All right.
Yeah, there's a little critter on the knife. You might want to not if you're sensitive.
If you're such an insane fucking cunt that you can't see a tiny spider in a picture, then you should probably look away.
Some people do genuinely have phobias.
Too. It's
oh my god, honestly, I can't look at a picture. The real problem is the rusty knives and shit that are just sitting in this cesspit of scum.
This is some Resident Evil 7 shit.
No, actually, I will say the first time I saw this, it was somebody disproving that because everyone was saying that. And actually, if you look in the Baker family sink,
it's clean.
It's much less disgusting than this.
Yeah, I would eat out of that sink at least compared to
this. This is like their fridge.
This is like the vibe of their whole house, but like their actual sink better than Asmongold.
Yeah. So like
their sink is fine.
How much like if a point the amount of money that he makes, why do you not just like hire a cleaning person, dude?
Why do you have all of this ornamented fucking silverware? If it's just going to be like fucking stagnating here in this gross ass pool of brown sludge.
Play the fucking like potion shop music from Zelda. This is just like bubble, toil, and scum. That shit would give you scarlet rot.
This is
the fucking
like
Pyrex that just has shit caked on the inside.
This is how King Cobra lives, dude.
King Cobra even has higher standards than this.
This is much worse than King Cobra. This is more.
But this is how he should live.
This is cooking with hoarders.
Yeah, this is Masioka's. But
this is the guy who cooks steak in his toilet and washes his dishes in his tub.
But instead, this is a guy who, like, again,
almost 1 million followers on Twitter.
Yeah, owner of
OTK, Starforge, and some other shit.
Yeah, mythic talent. Mythic fucking talent.
You're rich.
It's like you could. Well, yeah, he's trying to be funny neckbeard. Apparently, I realized that. Look at this description. This is the bit. Yeah,
but at what point does it become like
people aren't laughing with him?
Past a joke and just becomes a reality.
They're not laughing with him. They're not laughing with him. They're not sending their best.
Like this
as someone who
dude.
Has been a neckbeard and arguably still is a neckbeard in many ways. That's not something to aspire to.
Yeah,
you want to not have the sink look like this. If you can,
imagine the smell.
If you can afford a cleaning lady, you get a cleaning lady, or man.
Or them.
Cleaning
this probably actually straight up smells like raw sewage.
This probably smells like shit.
Isn't there also something on the other end of the spectrum where XQC had like a cleaner cleaning his house in the middle of a stream?
Yeah, he was just like sitting there, his like legs up in his chest, just like
he's like just watching something, and then a cleaning lady comes in and just like grabs something out from under him. It's like, okay, that's too far. But it, like,
did you see that person that come into my room?
Did you see it?
Right there in the corner, the sphere.
But it's
Is
also
that your
like,
XQC?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's not bad.
The way he speaks,
he just speaks really quick, and with a heavy accent.
I don't even think like, you know, most Quebecians could understand him. You know, his accent is very weird.
He's just another one of these people that, you know, we prop up because he's like an everyman, and that just means like being really stupid.
Yeah, well, see, like, the thing is, they're stupid fun. Like, I would say that
has a fucking $1 billion. Yeah,
I show Speed. Yeah, God, I can't speak English. I show Speed is stupid fun. If that makes sense.
No, that guy's like a scammer or whatever.
That's the thing. At the very least, he's enjoyable to watch.
I think Kaisen is the one who did the PS5 scam, right?
Yeah, he's the one who.
No.
I show Speed.
Okay.
No, I think I Show Speed did something with crypto.
Thing. I Show Speed.
He's also racist.
I Show Speed had a guy show up on his stream who was like promoting some kind of scam thing, and then partway through it, he was just like, "Whoa, bro! I didn't even know it was a scam." Which, you know,
admittedly,
probably don't want to say.
And I'll say this very nicely.
I do. That was the PS5, right?
I do think that with I Show Speed, he might, having seen some of the stuff, he might actually be stupid enough to have fallen for that and like have thought it wasn't a scam.
I would not put it past him at all.
Because he has done some very dumb, but admittedly funny shit.
That's true, but Bane, you did just say I Show Seed, and that's funny.
That is very funny.
He did show peen at one point.
He did. I Show Meat.
I actually felt bad for him. I remember there was a video where he, I saw a video
somebody fucking analyzed the size.
Oh dear.
I'd hate if somebody did that for me, honestly. I would be like, what the fuck?
Well, the fucking meat investigators.
That's that leads into what I was gonna say. I saw a video that was talking about like him, Aiden Ross, XQC, a few others, and it had this clip of him where he was just like shitting on his chat because he was like, "You guys don't see me as a human. I'm just like a prop for you to like make fun of or whatever."
Yeah.
And you know, they were all just hitting him with the lol Omega lol emotes or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, which is
kind of, in a way, he's kind of like, he has cultivated that. He has purposefully done so much.
I mean, there's a lot of things where it's like, did you guys ever see him jumping over like 2 like supercars?
Yeah, I saw that recently.
Yeah, setting off fireworks in his bedroom. Doing
although that was
in his room.
That bedroom was actually like a set for that one.
I think that was Kaisenat too. He got like Mr. Beast.
I'm talking about the very iconic I Show Speed clip where he sets off an actual firework inside his bedroom.
Okay,
yeah.
Okay, I know what you mean. I know what you mean now. Yeah, the one where it's like, isn't it like an M80 or something?
Yeah, it was like a stupid Pikachu firework.
Yeah.
If we want, I can replicate that.
Don't do it, Tristan.
He's done so many things purposefully to sell himself as like, look at me, look, I'll do anything, kind of. That like, I don't blame his chat for being like, really, dude? Now you're saying it's chat?
Yeah, I mean, the argument is that like, I would say the argument is Etika is like, young guy trying to do content, doesn't really know the line yet, and maybe is realizing it for himself, and like, oh, this is weird for me all of a sudden in a way that it wasn't before. Like, there's some worrying stuff there. It's like, I don't know. I kind of feel bad, but yeah, if you kind of bring that sort of thing on yourself, it's a little bit difficult.
I mean, they're also like
his newest thing is that he got one of the Boston Dynamics robots and he put a flamethrower on it and he let it shoot fire at him. And that was like today.
That's
it's just these like
cool though.
The streamers like him and XQC, Aiden Ross, they're literally just trying to like entertain 12-year-olds. But they're uniquely gifted at it because their brains work like 12-year-olds.
Yeah.
So
they're very at that same age and level mentally. I feel you.
Yeah. It's like 12-year-olds given a ton of money. If you ever seen XQC's room,
it's literally like, the plot of Blank
he has like
Check.
a giraffe or something.
He looks like he's like when Joey got a ton of money on Friends and blew it on like a fake rain window and a ceramic dog and all this stupid shit.
I can't blame him because Oda also, Eiichiro Oda, author of One Piece, has a giant life-size giraffe figure in his house. He has a full kiddie train equipped to go around his bowling alley. Like, you know, I can't criticize XQC.
I would totally do a bowling alley.
Being Oda, you have a little bit more standing to do something like that than XQC. That's not job security.
That's true.
Yeah. Speaking of, do we want to get into? There was some One Piece related news. I remember we didn't get to last time.
I actually have some more Asmongold stuff.
Oh no!
Because it's not all horrible rotten sinks in the world of Asmongold.
Ooh.
Apparently he's like straight up libelous right here. So, all right. So you need to go to hell for this, and it's the picture of a woman modestly dressed and a picture of a woman
exactly
in
very. Is. It's Pan Piano. She's a YouTuber.
Well, if you want to go, if those images interest you, hey, there you go. But obviously,
I don't understand what the problem is.
That's the thing. This is the original.
Yeah. So what it is so somebody.
It's
there's a comic. I think it's Metamorphosis. I'm bad with the name.
Metamorphosis.
Yeah, something like
a
that.
Very
NSFW comic.
I've heard it's very depressing as well.
Well, I don't understand how this is defaming. What is this?
Okay, so the idea is you need to go to hell for this for making this meme because it's 2017 and it's showing like the innocent Metamorphosis girl, and then 2022. With her dressed in like the revealing like lingerie stuff.
That's the same woman.
Like
So
this is the actual tweet.
Right.
Yeah.
And this is what he edited into, which removed the Metamorphosis stuff. It's just this.
Remove that, and
which
also
makes it look like this guy is hating on the woman.
Yeah, there's a certain Twitter user who was before Vera was like, "Look at my meet one," who, if any just society would be executed, I'm gonna say that nicely from everything I've seen from that fucking Twitter account.
I haven't heard of him, thankfully.
Yeah, it's shitty. Like, I don't know how to describe it other than like an awful person in a lot of ways. Very racist from what I've seen. But
wait, who's racist? What's going on?
The Johan Twitter account.
Oh,
this guy right here.
Profile picture.
The one who posted the
one who needs to go to hell for this.
Meme. It's not really a meme. It's just in poor taste.
It's just a piece of shit, to put it nicely. But yeah, no. So Asmongold effectively. It looks like Inspected Element and then removed a lot of shit.
I mean,
that's what it looks like.
I guess so. Yeah. I don't know. It kind of just seems like he cropped it a bit so it works as a thumbnail. It still isn't a good thumbnail.
But it would show the original post within it still, though.
Like it says I'm being used as a thumbnail that looks like I'm pushing hate. But how is this this is a terrible thumbnail.
It is a very bad thumbnail.
That's the thing. Why edit it like this?
Well, yeah.
I don't know.
It's like if you go back to
the
original.
That's the thing. Without context, this is a bizarre thing where you guys have to like explain it to me on several layers, and I'm just, I don't really get it. So having this as like a thumbnail and like having to edit it in this way seems kind of bizarre too, unless it's just an excuse to use the lady's picture.
It probably, but also
actually, yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of that, but it's like then just like. Edit it better. This man can afford.
Choose a different tweet. Actually, I think this a minute 31. This is probably just like a singular clip of just that. But
zoom out and crop it better. I don't know what to say to him. The only thing I can think of is if the actual video.
Put this on the side, and then you need to go to hell for this, like right here.
Yeah,
that's a thumbnail brain working.
Yeah, I mean, you could even just use this shot right here as the thumbnail. Yeah. It's as good as the other thumbnail.
It's lazy, but, it works.
Gets the point across.
In fact, actually,
my thing with Asmongold is that all of his thumbnails.
There's a fake chat right there in the corner. What the fuck? I didn't notice that before.
That's not the only time he's done that.
So
it doesn't even look like. That's what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't even look like a good thumbnail because it's got like his tiny little face in the bottom. Yeah, you wouldn't see that as a thumbnail. It would be like the size. It would be like the size of a pinhead.
Yeah.
No offense to Asmongold's pinhead.
Yeah.
This is like a normal size.
Yeah.
But no, you gotta have them really small.
If you look at his thumbnails on his channel, they're pretty much all bad. Like, none of his thumbnails are very good. They're all thumbnail face, identical thumbnail faces, normally literally copy-pasted thumbnail faces, or another video's thumbnail with him in the corner going like, you know, like, that's it. That's all there is.
The Hassan Piker effect is the best way I can describe it, where it's like every time somebody like re-uploads his reactions, it's just the thumbnail and then him poorly edited into it.
Yeah.
It's like,
I mean, also, this is like an alarmist, stupid tweet. I mean, yeah, I guess technically this does edit the person's post, but I'm just looking at this now and I'm like,
oh my god,
is it really like defaming this person or something?
Yeah, I mean,
no one's gonna look at this. No one's gonna look at this in thumbnail size and even know what account that is, or even see their text.
I mean, that's the thing, though. Making it look like this person is mad at a woman for just, like, you know, doing a fucking cosplay thing or whatever.
Yeah.
It's literally the exact... It's disingenuous, yeah, and it's also the exact opposite of what's going on.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
Like, it's very much like... Jesus Christ, don't do that.
It's
Jesus,
also like,
why?
Like, what...
Please.
Also, what part is Asmongold, like, upset about with here? Is he upset that someone said he can go to hell for this?
I'm not going to look.
I mean, yeah, I'm not...
Look at these awful-ass fucking thumbnails. Oh, of course he's hopping onto this fucking train.
I don't even know. Like, that game looks like shit, too, but it's like...
I downloaded that game.
Oh,
I'm going to love it. Yeah, the title of that stream is going to be Low-Hanging Fruit or Beating a Dustborn Horse.
So
these are literally the kinds of thumbnails that I see other people parody all the it's the lowest common denominator kind of thumbnails, you know?
I mean, the best one he has is that bottom left one about Blizzard. Or like Gamers Next.
Kind of.
Yeah.
And even that's like super generic.
But also it's like, you know, what the fuck is going... Like, is this as easy? Like, I mean, there's literally, scroll up a bit more. The abortion bus one, I think. Keep going.
Abortion bus?
Yeah, this abortion bus is crazy. It's literally just... Like, these are very lazy. It's just... Like, it's a
He's
shot
got
from
so
a video
many views. He could just get somebody to make him a thumbnail that's nice.
Hey, Asmongold. Reach out.
That is literally the thumbnail of that video, by the way. That is the thumbnail of the abortion bus video.
Oh, that's just the original thumbnail.
It's in the corner.
Oh, you love to see it.
That is the original thumbnail.
That's always the best.
Well, hey, great. If this guy makes how much money?
He's the only one doing this.
Well, I know, but it's also
but he's probably the biggest one.
Yeah, I really like seeing these people that are, well, so is Hassan.
Almost 3 million subscribers. Yeah. Good
work. These
Why
people,
even try?
Yeah, he's so powerful and popular, and he gets news tweets are written that are just, he says that this thing should happen or whatever.
Yeah, it's like
we should as a society. We should, as a society, stop listening to Asmongold completely.
We should. And we need to normalize that it's okay to be upset with somebody for being too popular. And not be like, oh, you're just jealous of him. Yes, I would like to, for the effort that we put in this podcast, I think we deserve at least half of what Asmongold has, considering he can't even wash his fucking sink. Fuck off.
Tell you what, Asmongold. We know you're listening right now, obviously.
Obviously.
Hello, Asmongold's chat.
Nice.
Is he just away from his computer right now? Wait, no, that's Hassan. Sorry,
Thank you
I
for
get them mixed up. One low content, one low effort streamer, another low effort streamer.
I do have one thing to talk about Hassan after this real quick. But yeah, if you're listening, first send us a computer and we'll stop talking about you forever and we'll actually talk about you in a positive light. We can.
Yeah, you can pay us off.
Asmongold sink, I would swim in that sink.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, hey, look, I'd play a pet spider. I don't have arachnophobia at all.
I'd do a little dance with him. With his little legs.
Yeah, no,
he's probably a really good dancer.
Yeah, I'll teach him how to do a fucking Michigan J Frog dance. Yeah, hello my baby, hello my honey, hello my ragtime gal.
Hell yeah!
I want to see you do that for like 100,000 subs or something, Bane.
When we do a million, I'll do a whole thing. I'll shoot it, I'll edit it. It'll be a whole fucking production.
When we get to episode 1,000,000, we'll do that. Yeah,
baby, my heart's on fire.
But I'll have to do it in a Joker suit. I have to at least add that caveat.
Yeah, I was already gonna tell you to do that.
Yeah.
Joker suit's a given.
Funny enough, I'm not doing Joker for Halloween this year, but I have figured out my costume will involve a Joker suit. It's similar color. It'll make sense when we get there. That's a surprise. I gotta get a bow tie. That's the only tease I'll give. I gotta get a bow tie.
Oh, he's doing Doctor Who.
No, not Doctor Who.
I'm gonna try to put together some funny little Halloween costumes. I don't know what just yet, but it's gonna be.
That'll be for a final episode of the Halloween.
I will choose something.
Most of it will be real low budget.
Slightly different low budget Halloween costumes throughout October, but I'll probably get lazy and stop doing that. So maybe not.
One of the episodes, I'm just gonna wrap a sheet around me and say, "I'm a Jedi. Fuck you."
Hell yeah.
One of the episodes, I'll just put a pillowcase over me and either be KKK or a ghost.
Hey!
Yeah, I was going to say, like, cut holes in it and then, like, fucking get one of those Resident Evil chainsaw controllers or something. I don't know.
Oh, nice,
yeah, get, like, a toy chainsaw. You're, part 2, Jason.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
So,
that'd be a good one.
Yeah.
Oh, we got Among Us.
Oh, boy. I've not played Among Us in, like, 2 years, so I'm a little intrigued here.
4 years.
What?
Oh,
Among Us Ace Attorney game. Let's hope your accusations aren't ludicrous. Miles Edgeworth is coming to Among Us as a free cosmetic drop on September 9th. Yeah.
For free?
Yeah, it's free.
Okay.
What I need to ask does he come with a haunting, gripping fear of elevators? Because if he doesn't, I don't want it.
Yeah, exactly.
Not accurate.
I think it's just to tie into the Ace Attorney
investigations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But admittedly, like, the fact that, like, they've done crossovers of other stuff before and this hasn't been one of the earliest ones, I'm kind of shocked because it's perfect for the game.
Well, the little outfit looks pretty good. I like it.
It looks really nice, actually.
I was up like really late after we finished the podcast, the part 1 of this podcast, and I just opened up Twitter and I was like, "Oh, that's Miles Edgeworth as an Among Us." Is that fan art? Oh no, that's just the Among Us account.
Among Us game account. Yep.
Yeah. This is gonna be a super long episode. Holy shit.
Yeah. That's really it.
I might release this in part 1
around it, motherfuckers. No, you can do that.
We can do that too.
That works.
All
right. Do we have anything else we want to do? Because this one's quick and funny. This one's gonna take a while. Marty stuff, and then we have some cringe to end us off before UWE BOLL.
Tell you what, this will be the first. This will be the first 2-part loud equals funny. I want episode 60 to still be Fred. So
everything's 2-part when I'm on.
Exactly. That's because
you're also gonna be on. You're also going to be on for our 0.5 music episode, or like 1.5 or whatever.
Yeah.
Also, Doctor Who's going to be like 4 parts, probably.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
We're going to need to do another Doctor Who.
Yeah,
we got to do that soon.
Did we?
Yeah, we were
how about this actually?
The new season after the new season, but it's
because I'm currently rewatching it with a friend. So after I'm done watching it with them, I will be set to do the next one.
All right, I'm down for it.
I have an idea, but we'll talk about it after.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Tell you what, do you want to take a quick piss break? Because it's at an hour and I kind of have to pee.
I kind of want to get another Caesar, so I'm good.
All right. So we want to take a break.
Okay.
All right. 5-minute break and.
All
right, folks. We're back from. We had a little bit of a tech issue there. That's
We've
also
returned. Watch as I defy gravity.
Whoa!
Wow. That's crazy stuff. That's brand new information.
Hell yeah.
It's all due to Yotsuba technology.
That's true. It only works with sugar-free, though. It goes all over the floor.
That makes sense, actually. I get that.
Hate to see it.
Yeah, it's lighter, you know?
Exactly.
All right. So
what do we want to do next? Let's talk about your stories.
Sadly, gentlemen, by this time tomorrow, the United States government will be completely shut down.
Oh my god.
This is from an account that is affiliated with the letter between... Oh geez, what comes... It's P and R.
It's QAnon, guy. I don't know why we're not allowed to say QAnon. Well, at some point a few years ago, you were apparently decided to not allowed to say QAnon. People said, I guess someone got banned at one point for saying just the letter Q. Shitty-ass
YouTube. I don't really want to...
I think we'll be good.
I don't want to rock that boat.
I think we'll be good. We're about to talk about UWE BOLL stuff. They'll probably ding that more than they'll ding QAnon.
That's fair, actually. So, hazard emoji, all caps. Warning! In less than 48 hours, the United States government is shutting down for good! Space, 3 exclamation marks.
So
this was posted at noon yesterday, and it's currently 4 today, so...
So, actually, what you're telling me
Take all your money out of the banks!
Effectively, Concord is going to outlive the United States government?
God bless. Hell yeah.
It lasts one more day, technically, the United States government.
Yeah, by the time that you're listening to this, dear viewer, unless you're on the Patreon, on patreon.com/loud=funny, sadly, the United States government is no more.
Yep.
Rest in peace, you know? Rest in piss, never missed.
Yeah. What the fuck, man?
All my designs realized.
Hell yeah! Honestly, I can't wait. But yeah, this is silly and dumb, and I think it's funny.
Is.
This is kind of
like. I wonder why they think that.
If people fall for that, it's the kind of people that fall for 2012 world's ending and
JFK is gonna get revived on the grassy knoll in fucking 2022.
Oh god, I hope so.
Oh man, I think there was some talk of JFK. Being reincarnated a couple years ago.
Yeah, JFK Jr. is supposedly.
No, I think it was both of them.
I think both of them. Yeah. Well, it's probably the same place that Elvis is living on, apparently.
Yeah. Just like it's oh god, what was it?
They're on Little St. James
PP Island.
Oh.
PP Island in Newfoundland. I forgot if it was PP or Poo Poo.
Oh,
it might be Poo Poo.
Yeah, there's some
sure.
weird Newfie Island.
There's PP Creek and Poo Poo Point and PP Township.
Oh, there's Dildo, obviously.
Yeah,
there's Dildo. That's a famous
fucking Newfoundland.
Yeah. Oh, my favorite is Come by Chance. I don't know why I like that one so much.
That one's quite funny.
It's a good one.
There's also a lot in the UK, but
yes.
But it's because most of British slang term is fanny darper or something absurd.
There you go.
Oh, here we go.
From GTA 6 Countdown. Mistakes Rockstar made in the GTA 6 trailer. Are you boys ready to see somebody who hasn't gone outside in several years?
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Okay, but I will say, for a trailer that everyone said looked amazing, yeah, it looked like every other open world game, and yeah, why isn't her hair blowing with the fucking car? That's a good point, actually. I might be on this guy's side.
Well,
let's keep going.
I might also need to go outside.
Some of these do get a little nitpicky.
It gets real pedantic and real actually just straight up incorrect at points. It's great.
Okay. Yeah. Well, if it's that other guy that was just there's too many black people on the beach or whatever, then maybe.
God, that guy, yeah. By the way, we should be getting a new trailer sometime soon, I think.
It's been a year almost, yeah.
You know what? I'm betting Game Awards. Either shortly before
last year.
You know what? I they like to kind of have their own hype around it. I'm gonna guess a week before the Game Awards. They're gonna be
that's what they did last year, yeah.
Because I'm also assuming, like, this is, I have no insider information for this. Take this with no, like, take all the...
Remember, everybody, Bane used to be employed by Microsoft in 343.
I never worked for Microsoft, fucker.
He was. He's lying. He's lying.
But no. I'm gonna guess, like, this time next year, like, around August, first week of September, this game's coming out. It's got to be a Christmas game. No. I mean, it was September something that 5 came out, though.
I would put it at, like, late September, early October.
So the thing is, like, 4 was April. So...
Yeah, true.
Like, 4 was April, the DLCs were around, like, October, and I think March, if I'm getting that right. But yeah, no, 5... Like,
honestly, the only month that I would say has no chance is like January.
Yeah, January. I would not January, even like the ass end of the year. January, December, maybe November. I would cut out.
Yeah, I would say like everything between like the maybe December 22nd.
It's a weird thing.
Yeah,
the end of January.
It's a weird thing because I'm like not really looking forward to GTA 6, but I also. I do know that I'm going to spend like 100 hours playing it, even though I don't really care that much. I'm like, God damn it, I am going to play this. So her hair
doesn't rocket through these. This one is the most like understandable because going at high speed, it looks like she's taking like a leisurely fucking grandma drive, you know?
Yeah,
but it's also early development, whatever.
It's early development. Yeah. Visible polygons on Lucia's arm and seat due to low resolution textures.
Blah, blah.
Yeah, the textures make the polygons visible. That's right.
Yeah,
I'm not sure who needs to know this. Yeah. It's understandable if you don't, but
the textures are the 2D graphics that are on the polygons. The polygons are a separate thing from the textures.
Yeah. Okay. So geometry is like this cup.
Yeah,
It doesn't have texture on its own, but you wrap a texture around it. Exactly. And pretend I drew something on this.
Sure.
But textures don't add geometry. Textures don't make something low poly. Yeah. The polygons make it low poly.
Yeah, it's like...
and also, can you zoom in on that picture again? Because, like, I mean,
kind of low resolution.
There's like some.
That's really not that low poly.
Yeah, this looks really nice.
No, not really.
Like, compared to GTA 5, which is showing its age. Like,
yeah, and I mean, it was released over 10 years ago.
Oh my god, we're getting to the It was last year. Oh my god. Oh, that's
awful.
Imagine.
There are 11-year-olds that are playing GTA 5 now that have been alive for less time than GTA 5 has been around.
I need you guys to understand.
Almost.
The wait for Elder Scrolls 6 has been longer than the wait between GTA 5 and 6.
True. Very true.
It has currently been longer because we know that it's coming in like
but at least
2026.
Random thing, Tristan, you hear about Elder Scrolls 6 is going to be a live service game that's always online and that you can't mod?
Fucking jump. I'm going to jump.
Yeah, we're all going to do that to Todd. It's going to be great.
Jump.
Yeah, I think we had the first ES6 gameplay leak like today.
Wait, really? Seriously?
Really?
I'm going to have to look into that.
Oh, fuck.
That seems exciting.
Post that somewhere where we can't show it on screen or whatever. You know,
just in case.
They will. They will fucking rip that shit off of YouTube.
Yeah.
But so yeah, that's stupid.
I'll see if I can find it. Yeah.
I'm checking.
So that one is dumb. Yeah.
These barrels hit by car have a duplicated appearance of damage.
So there's like a destroyed barrel.
It's literally just.
Oh my god!
It's efficient use of assets. Who the fuck is going to look at the barrels and say, yes, these all look the same?
I will say it's GTA. They pioneered the Rage Engine thing. If any game was going to have like real-time deformable barrels when you hit them with a car or something. But this is also a trailer, so even if it does have that, it probably wouldn't necessarily be here.
I was going to save
above
this.
the air too, like.
And even if it does have that, that doesn't mean they wouldn't already still have prefab barrels that are just in a state of destruction already.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I was going to save this for a hyperfixation.
Mm-hmm.
However, it's relevant here.
Oh boy.
This is from Rejected Shotgun, prolific Halo modder. He made the big bridge map that we play on. I can't keep this knowledge to myself anymore. Every single rock on the Halo 3 level The Covenant is the same rock. All of them. Every single rock. And yes, if you look, they're all the same rock.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
so
no
if
one
Bungie can get away with that shit. Yeah,
well,
no one noticed.
To be fair, it's impressive that they did this back then, because Pokemon only figured this out like a year or two ago.
Yeah.
That's true. The Gen 7 games had the same grass texture on every map, like an actual copy of it.
Gen 9, every single cliff face has the exact same texture.
In the last part of this episode, we talked about, and I kind of joked, but like half joked about how the supposed Yakuza Kiwami 3 that's coming out is just a fancy way for them to repurpose the like Hawaii tree textures and shit from Yakuza 8, because they had to redo the tropical shit somehow, because everyone knows RGG Studio loves fucking reusing every fucking piece of the buffalo.
Hey, look,
more power to them. I want a Kiwami 3. It'd be great.
This is how it should be. It's like, as long as that's how faster time works in game development, is because
they get their games out like one a year or two a year or something. We don't have to wait 6, 7, 8, 9 Concord number of fucking years for a new GTA game.
If you're wondering why game dev time is and will continue to increase,
it's because of this guy. It's because of this fucking guy.
This fucking guy who wants this game that's 11 years out from GTA 5 to take even fucking longer. Fuck off.
These fucking, everything has to be 100% perfect dipshits have ruined, everything in a lot of ways.
You remember that Do you remember that discourse when...
Yeah.
Oh god, I forgot what game it was. I'm pretty sure it was Halo Infinite. Yeah, it was like the multiplayer beta. No, not Craig. The multiplayer beta for Halo Infinite, I'm pretty sure, had like low poly fucking fruit stalls.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
The multiplayer game that prioritizes frame rate and has to run on an Xbox One S.
Yeah.
And then they showed a comparison. A clip of fucking Ellie from Last of Us 2, like pushing around like a watermelon with the barrel of her gun. A single player game that prioritizes graphical fidelity.
Yeah. We don't, honestly, fucking get rid of those fruit stands. Get rid of anything that doesn't make my game,
Now, see, here's the deal. We've pushed the game development cycle so far. What we need to do is scale them back to the... they take about 2 or 3 years to make a game, and maybe they don't look like a game that takes 10 years to make, but maybe in 10 years, a game that takes 2 years to make will look like a game that now takes like 10 years to make. Bing,
I think
bang,
what we
boom.
need to do, we need to pause all games for like 2 years. Just let every single company just work on assets. Just assets. And then... we can just have all games in the future be used from those assets. And then every so often you can just make an asset if you need it.
You need a big open source asset library that everybody can use, where it's just, hey, are you Capcom? You can steal your fucking Resident Evil 4 textures from this time, instead of some other game or whatever.
There's a whole thing, I was talking about it recently, on your server, Claw, because I was looking at it and I was just baffled by what they were saying, and it was Obsidian. They were talking about Avowed, the new game they have coming out.
Oh yeah.
And the lead on the project or whatever basically said yeah, we could get it running at 60, but you don't need that. so we
oh god, yeah,
and optimized everything, and it's like, hey, but everything doesn't have to be the most pristine visual imaginable. It can run well as well. You can have multiple modes.
Yeah, it's nice.
That's why
I toggle. You know, it's like, let me have.
I like performance mode. I like performance mode in games because, listen, I have a 4K TV. I don't need 4K. I just don't.
4K is nice to have.
I'm sitting like, 7 or 8 feet away from my TV. I'm not going to see every single fucking grain of sand on, Nissan Al-Gaib,
Yeah.
I'm not going to fucking see that.
I gotta say, I've got a 4K monitor. I've been playing like my PS5 on here for the last few months or whatever, and my PS5 it has HDR obviously, but my monitor doesn't have HDR.
HDR fucks. I like HDR.
I guess I've never really noticed much of a difference. Honestly, I thought I would.
I noticed it more in films than I do in. Like,
I guess so.
Games.
My only complaint.
Demon's Souls on PS5 looks like shit with HDR. It looks better with it off. It fucks up the lighting, especially in Tower of Latria. It gets really weird looking. Yeah.
I thought that was kind of
my only thing.
And similarly, but not the same, ray tracing in Elden Ring. Good God, it looks ugly. It makes your face like blackface. It's weird.
Oh no.
Yeah, but depending on the lighting.
Ray tracing in some games is great, and some it's like, this is dog water.
Yeah.
But I will say for real quick for HDR, my only complaint with it is, my monitor isn't HDR, my TV is.
Yeah.
I only have a few games that work for HDR, and all of them have weird issues actually going into HDR mode when I'm connected to the TV. It's very strange. Like some of them will just be really washed out and have like, it'll be like the full color space of HDR like squished into like sRGB or something weird like that, where everything's just kind of gray, or it'll just like be really weirdly blue shifted. It's very strange.
How is it connected?
HDMI.
You might.
Yeah, I have a really high quality one too.
Huh. Let's say, because like I've had times where I've had old cables and I'm like, oh yeah, this is like 10 years old. And then I throw it out and replace it with a new one, but...
Yeah, these are like a year old, max.
That'll do it. Fuck, yeah. I don't get that.
I was gonna say, like, I booted up Returnal again last night, because I love that. I
gotta play more of that game. I got, like, the first ending, I need to play the rest of it.
Yeah, that game is actually, like, there's so much content to it, it's like, when you actually see how much content, it's kind of shocking. But that game looks incredible. It's not true 4K. It's like a simulated 4K, and I remember when
it plays, and it looks like a video game. Like it's like realistic. It's like the Spider-Man game where it's like realistic and semi-photorealistic, but it doesn't sacrifice feeling like a video game where you can move around and fucking. Yeah. It's not like RDR2 where you're like yelling directions to Arthur from the next room over or whatever.
Yeah,
which is probably how
when he wants to.
Probably how GTA 6 will be.
GTA 6.
It's a super video game. Super video gamey.
Your audio is delayed, I think.
But I remember when it came out.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Gabe?
Yeah, Gabe is. 1 second.
Gabe's having some troubles today.
We've had some technical difficulties.
But I remember when it came out, I saw the Digital Foundry breakdown, because, I'm always curious to see what they have to say about games.
Be a little decent.
And they were like, well, it's almost 4K, but if you zoom in on the microscopic details of this door here, you'll actually notice that the anti-aliasing doesn't cover up for all of the upscaling. So it's a little bit jagged. And I'm like, yeah, but I'm not going to notice that.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. That's their job.
Oh, I get it too, but it's like, we're at the point now where companies are looking at stuff like that and going like, that's what we need. We got to fix that. It's like, no. Don't make a good game first.
Keep making the game.
render everything at 1080p and do some like weird ass DLSS shit if you really need 4K.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's
honestly.
like even like give the option for both. Give a solid 60 FPS, even if it sacrifices the visuals. I mean,
most people that I know go for performance mode. I mean, I was just watching a preview for Sonic Shadow Generations, and I mean, that's a speed game.
Yeah.
But I mean, a lot of games are like speedy games, and it's like, yeah, you go for performance mode in Sonic and Shadow. You go performance mode in like DMC or any kind of game where like fighting games or anything where like reaction time is a factor. And even in a game like Elden Ring, I'll put on like performance mode for a bit. And then this is real. I was playing co-op earlier. I got to which boss was it? I think it was Commander Niall in co-op.
Yeah.
And it went down to like 5 frames a second for a little bit, for a few seconds, and it's like, just turn off the performance mode or like the quality mode. It's not worth it. It's bad.
See,
it's just bad.
Like, the thing is, I've heard that like typically the normie, the people that just like click buttons, they typically don't end up changing the mode from whatever the default is, but.
Yeah, but they're also the type to not really care about frame rate, and you know they're the ones who care about how pretty it looks.
And some games
that's kind of
pretty,
why.
But...
Yeah, and I kind of wish more companies would do what Insomniac have really started to get good at doing, where every game has like 4 performance modes now. It's like they don't have to do that.
Yeah,
they can. So it's like you get your ray tracing 60 that's like kind of inconsistent and is more of like a 50 FPS, but you get pretty nice ray tracing.
And it's good ray tracing, unlike Elden Ring or something.
Yeah,
like Ratchet and Clank had
Thank God.
Ratchet and Clank this Rift Apart. It had some fucking great, like the accessibility modes and all of the various like PS5 options were just it's a great looking game.
Yeah.
Like, I wish more companies would do stuff like that, where instead of going like, no, you get one performance mode, which is what Bethesda's doing now, like with Starfield and ES6, it sounds like they're just going to do one performance mode.
Right.
Usually they do
that. Because that's what Starfield had, and they were pretty happy with how that turned out.
Yeah.
And it's like, come on, man.
I mean, what we need to do, we need to like normalize having games with multiple different modes on console that are basically like, you know, ultra high, medium, low. Yeah, essentially.
Yeah,
it doesn't have to be as granular as PC, but you know, just
like the prioritized quality is the version of like high quality graphics or whatever that you get.
Yeah, like I'd say Insomniac are the only ones who have something like that, because you have just performance ray tracing, quality ray tracing, you know? So like they kind of have that, but it would make more sense if just everyone did stuff like that, you know? Just give us all the options.
Well, you know, on that note of giving us options, they didn't give us options of GTA 6 barrel damage.
Yep.
And that's
rest in peace, Rockstar. They're literally fucking ruined.
It's over.
The next one. This is really fucking stupid. Missing necklace shadow on the hair appears grainy / pixelated.
Yeah.
Let's take a look. These actually, hang on.
Well, there's a community note there, too.
Okay, hey, there we go. So instead of JPEG small, it's JPEG large.
Okay. First of all, this is clearly like a compressed YouTube trailer or something.
Yeah.
It's not going to look like that on a PS5 or a PC release or anything. I guess it's not coming to PC originally, but...
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Really cool. Thank you, Rockstar. But community note. This game is using shadow maps, which trade pixel-perfect accuracy for more performance, unlike ray-traced shadows. Yeah. Hair simulation, or more accurately, strand stimulation, is looking pixelated due to the use of FSR to upscale the game, such as and such artifacts are common in AMD FSR. So, that's actually cool. Thank you, community notes.
Yeah.
And
I mean, you know, but I will give the guy this. It's possible that a lot of these little details are adding up to my general sentiment that this just looks like 5, but slightly nicer. Like, it's basically a similar type of city with, like, tropical-ish environment, and like most of the characters look more or less the same, like a little more crisp, I guess, but yeah, I mean, for 11 years dev time, it is not looking like substantially better. Because you think about, like, what was it, 4 years between San Andreas and 4? And now it's been like...
Although, to be fair, you could probably argue that they were working on that since probably, like, around the time 3 came out.
Yeah, probably. From one way or another, yeah.
So the next one. This is really fucking stupid. Clothes clipping through the character model, and they had to zoom in to show you.
I mean, this is another one where I'm like, it would be nice if devs would focus more on like cloth physics, so stuff like that wouldn't happen. But
it's also
I don't know.
Again, still early, like in development, like
it's also a pedestrian that you're not going to really pay attention to.
And it's little details like this that they probably will actually tune a little more finely for release. I mean, stuff like
because that's the stuff you add last.
Yeah, stuff like this is fine for a trailer, but even then,
it's not even that bad. Like the clipping's not even that bad.
It's not that.
It really isn't,
especially if you have to zoom in to see it.
Yeah,
it'd be nice if there was nothing like that, but but
also, like that happens in like
every game.
We don't live in the world like that, you know.
Like I can find you an example of probably the only game I've seen in recent history that doesn't have the cloth clipping, despite the fact that it probably should, and that's Street Fighter 6. And that's because every animation is specifically crafted down to frame data because it's a fighting game, you know? Like, can do that there, but like Elden Ring doesn't care, you know.
No, it does not. No, you'll get entire armor sets that, when worn correctly and like optimally, like the full set will just have shit clipping into it, and it like there's just no way that you can have your shield look nice with the hair that you've got or whatever. And it does get to a point of like, we're like, you know, we push graphical fidelity so much, but there's little things like that where I can sympathize with this guy a bit, where I'm just like, man, I want my character in Elden Ring to not look like she's got blackface going on when I have ray tracing happening. That's all I ask for. I'd have the hair clip through the fucking shield or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
But this is a pretty minor version of that.
Oh, yeah.
This is fucking ridiculous. Missing shadow of NPCs on left side and 2D storefront that doesn't seem enterable. Now, hang on, let's
2D storefront. Okay, if anything, the 2D storefront. Okay, all right. There should be shadows, probably.
Well,
but again, this is a massive crowd shop.
Yeah,
lights coming back from all angles.
Also, you can see like
there clearly are. Yeah, there are like long shadows that just faint.
Yeah. I mean, that's how it would be if you got like a lot of, you know, like car headlights on
shit.
Also, like a lot of headlights.
Like these have shadows too, and these are more like unevenly lit.
Well, yeah, they're also getting lit from only one like headlight source, and then 2D storefront. Again,
who fucking cares?
No. You should be not that able to tell, but it's probably not going to look like that up front. Like that's probably like in Mario 64, where they pull the camera out and it's like a low poly shitty Mario.
It's called an LOD model.
Yes, it's probably an LOD model. Yeah.
And like even
or pre-rendered, it's just like they aren't focusing on that, so who gives a shit? If
and again,
it's probably not like that.
Even if it isn't, you know, I don't expect or really want to go to have like an interior to every building. That seems like it would fucking kill the frame rate.
A lot of buildings, at least.
I do expect and want that now in this day and age, but I also don't actually think that it will have that. Like, you know, that's like a pie in the sky kind of thing.
That's the thing.
Most buildings, I want to be able to sometimes just break into a house if I feel like it. You know, that's what I want.
It would be nice.
It would be awesome.
That'd be
well,
nice,
but also
not...
if all you can do is go into it and it's like a boring, shitty place that's like, oh, it's this interior number 17 that's like copy pasted all over the city.
Yeah, it has a fucking hidden package in it, one of fucking 5 billion.
Admittedly, some of my favorite things to do were to get like 4 or 5 stars and then just hole up in a house in GTA 4 and just start picking them off. Or
I really like
the one hospital.
The one
hospital. That one that's like in
the personal island.
Yeah, where the cops come in. And,
I keep wanting to call it Brooklyn, but that's the actual name.
It's like Broker, I think.
It's Broker. It's been so long since I played 4, man.
I am kind of looking forward to it. Yeah, GTA 6. The more I think about like new GTA, but it is also just, well, of course. I mean, of course, as much as I don't care, I am gonna get the day one.
Yeah, it's like you kind of have like. If you're not there, like
what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, it's like I'm not missing out. I'm buying that. I'm their midnight release.
I'm looking forward to the online for 6. I hope it's fixed from 5 because boy, that shit was like sporadically fun.
This one's insane.
Didn't they say they're not doing GTA 6 online?
Fuck off! They will.
Hell yeah!
Time.
Oh, because it's a 4K
what?
image.
No, wait. What is this complaint now? Go back to the complaint.
Poorly rendered NPC and other distant NPCs standing on the water. Poorly rendered road.
One single NPC. Okay.
This is shallow water.
Yeah, that is a beach.
Like, look, if you look at the truck, it's not like it's fucking deep.
Yeah. It's the edge of the beach, basically. Yeah.
NPCs standing on water.
They're not standing on water. You can see that their feet are under the water.
Poorly rendered NPC. It's just. It's off in the distance. It's off in the fucking distance. I can't fucking believe this.
That's the most pull that they've done. The other ones I could kind of see, but this is just like
some points that we could all kind of agree on, and then
oh yeah, Claw, you could kind of see fucking low poly geometry being because of textures.
Well, not that part, but like pointing out that, but also like taking like okay, here's the thing.
This one's so fucking stupid. Look at the road.
So
can you tell anything fucky with the road? Oh, there's a slight texture mismatch.
Yeah. Where is it?
Ooh.
Oh, I guess I see it. Okay, well that's not even the game. That's probably just the video.
Well, because it does kind of look like a different like. Again, this is in development, but
like there's a little divider here.
Like, zoom out to where you see that full frame of that image, though. Like zoom into the image there, but enough to where you can see it. Can you zoom like out just enough where you can see the whole thing, but like you keep going up? Yeah. So this is the whole image. This is what you're supposed to see. You're not supposed to look at the little bit down there. It's a little iffy. What about that little part of it? Well, that's actually seeing like a real broken part of a bridge. Okay, it looks like
it's probably like it looks like an old bridge. That's the thing where
you
bridge there.
You ramp up to that for like a cool chase in a mission or something.
It's like a way to avoid the cops.
That's gonna be slick. All right,
that's definitely what that is. It's like under construction. That's cool.
But like the thing is, you're supposed to look at the full frame of what it's showing you, not the fucking. Oh my god, visible polygon.
Wait. So the visible polygons are due to Lucia having a low polygon count, not due to low res textures.
Another example of low polygon count Rudy in addition to uncanny hair movement. Which, like, the uncanny hair movement, yeah, a little bit.
Didn't they literally complain earlier about there not being wind physics when the person was in the moving vehicle? Yeah. And now the guy's in a moving vehicle and he bobs his head up and the hair goes up and they're mad about it. Look, you can see in the video he bobs his head up.
Yeah, he goes like this.
Yeah.
Like, that's clearly
it's not perfect.
It's slightly uncanny. It's just,
This is so dumb.
It's video game.
This is very nitpicky. There's more nitpicks down there, but again, we're running on time. He's
duplicated NPC models. Ooh.
In different scenes.
Do I need to bring up The Rock again?
Well, no, but I love how it says duplicated NPC models. It might be in different scenes. It might also be on purpose. It's like, so you're saying nothing. You're saying nothing.
Distant street is unrendered. but the light is still visible on the ground.
We gotta move on. I'm sorry. I'm sorry,
this one's actually hilarious.
Oh, okay.
The tiny ass fucking clipping issue.
Oh,
when she's fucking like tossing her hair.
Yeah, admittedly.
Go outside.
Yeah, admittedly, like I wouldn't have noticed that if you didn't point it out.
No,
but
I noticed it in the trailer. I watched the trailer a few times. I never.
Oh, there's not reflections on shit that's fucking 20 ass feet away. Oh.
Yeah.
Also, that's just some screen space reflection shit. Like. Yeah.
All right. So yeah. Let's go to the next story.
All right. So this is where things get kind of heavy.
Well,
so
this one we got to be real quick on.
Yeah, we're gonna be really quick on this part, and then we're gonna laugh at Marty a little bit.
Yeah, well, we're gonna laugh at Marty, but we got
So one of the higher ups at Bungie, game director for Marathon, was recently outed for some.
I was fucking muted. God damn it! Bane has places to be.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, so 8 female employees raised complaints earlier this year that he had behaved inappropriately towards them. So that's bad.
Yeah, Chris Barrett
quite bad.
Don't do that.
Chris Barrett has been with Bungie for a very long time, and it's...
Oh, Jason Schreier said it. You know you can trust it then. It's Jason Schreier. You know?
I mean,
when he has
he's
right
gaming's Jesus, so I mean...
He's a shit, but he's right shitty. Pretty often.
No, the thing about him is he's like the best gaming journalist, but that's really sad that like all he has to do is basic journalism and people act like he's the... Anyways, it's probably a real story here that sounds pretty bad. Yeah,
he's gotten a few W's. I'll give him that. He's gotten a few W's.
Not like we needed any more reasons to hate Bungie, but sure.
Do we want to guess what Marty said about it? Do we want to guess what Marty said about it? Well, Bungie made better games when it was a, quote, boys club. I still remember trying to erase the artist's whiteboards before women came to visit. I'll never understand how Lorraine tolerated it. That's a real that's a real good statement, Marty. Lorraine, famous for, creating the fucking Halo logo. That's crazy. That's crazy. Oh,
not a good response to this sort of thing. No.
If only Lorraine had a response. Oh, crazy coincidence. This is Lorraine. That's her art. It's Lorraine. It's Lorraine. Sorry. Ugh, I'm fucking.
And she made the logo for Halo.
Yep. Yes, she made the Halo logo. Destiny. She did the cover art for logo, something for the cover art for Oni. She did the the cover art for Halo: The Flood, the novel based on CE.
Yep.
I don't have that with me. I probably could bring it, but
I don't have it on hand.
We are we're pressed for time.
I'm getting a little
sleepy. Yeah, Lorraine says, I quote, "I didn't tolerate it, which was why I held up the kitchen knife and told Marty to back off in '99. Being in a Halloween costume didn't make it okay to crowd in on the ladies and stroke their hair. He felt it was acceptable, though. SMH. Whiteboards? I was too busy to notice."
Sexual assault! Sexual assault! Creeping on women that I work with!
Very cool, Marty. Very cool.
Yeah.
Also,
fuck Marty, man. Fuck Marty.
So,
unfortunate.
There's a little bit more of this. Let me actually.
I like that this user's name is Halo 2 Map Pack on Twitter.
Very base.
That's a name I wish I had sniped.
Marty O'Donnell was, he has a bit of a bid for Congress.
Yeah, he's still
the Republican primaries. The Republican primaries happened in Nevada.
Yes.
Like a couple months ago, I think
so.
Maybe a month ago. You guys want to guess how Marty did? Well, I took a look because he was in the news in the public conscious.
Journalism.
He got 4th out of 7, but still he didn't even place top 3 with all of his fucking backing. He didn't even crack the 7,000 mark, which is the funny haha Halo number. So that's actually really funny.
Yeah, no.
So
that's good.
sadly, No Marty for Congress anymore. Maybe next time.
We're not going to get Marty O'Donnell of Halo composer fame to be able to keep him out, so that's unfortunate.
Sadly. So, Marty got kind of mad that screenshot of him, saying that Bungie was better as a fucking boys club.
Yeah.
He wasn't very happy that got tweeted on X, the Everything app.
X.
So Halo 2 map pack was like, "Hey guys, remember not to share anything on X," and shared this on X.
No, yeah. Well,
yeah, don't.
Yeah, Marty is like, "Hey, don't share this," and then this guy's like, different.
Follow those rules. Remember that.
He ain't Marty.
Exactly.
Don't share anything on X. If you do that, you're out. And then, of course, he shared it on the funny Twitter, and Marty was mad about that. This would be my last post in this channel. And I think this is like the Marty for Congress.
Yeah.
So that's really cool. He's really happy about this really nice post that he made about how Bungie was better as a boys club in response to a sexual assault allegation. Thanks,
Marty. Not helping the claims about like gaming being whatever.
Yeah.
All right, so we can do the UWE BOLL stuff first, or we can just do some funny cringe.
Let's do the cringe first.
All right, so as some of you may know, Twitter was recently banned in Brazil because of
Twitter can't come to Brazil.
They can't.
Oh god, this goddamn video! It's so
you guys,
cringe.
Didn't Movie Bob tweet about this?
Yes, he did.
Oh my god!
In fact, I don't feel like going to pull it up.
Well, to describe it real quick,
Elon as so for the audio listeners, it's Elon as Harry Potter fighting
the judge that ordered Twitter to be banned in Brazil.
Okay, as Voldemort. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like an AI deepfake kind of thing.
X is freedom of speech, which, as we know, is live and well on X, where you can totally say things about Elon and he won't get mad.
Yeah, Elon Musk has definitely not complied with several, I think the overwhelming majority of government censorship requests. It's very interesting that he chooses now to stick to those beliefs.
Oh god,
the AI fucks up real hard there.
Yeah, the AI really fucking up.
Doesn't know how to do it.
It was okay for the rest of it.
And just for context, it is literally the final fight between them from definitely.
Yeah, they just put AI over their face.
I swear to God, if we get dinged for that
Harry Potter fighting Voldemort, that's all it is.
If only they used Croc to regenerate it, but no.
Do you guys remember when, like back in like 2016, 2017, 2018, when the left would say Trump is like Voldemort and everybody would laugh at them?
Yeah.
Because it's stupid and cringe.
It's incredibly
This is the exact same thing, just on the other side.
It's actually funny that you say that, Tristan, because now that Harry Potter has been like widely denounced by leftists, lefty people aren't reading Harry Potter anymore. It used to be super turbo lefties on Tumblr or whatever would talk about Voldemort and Trump, and people would go read another book.
Yeah.
But now it's like, I guess the only people for context, though, I will say, for disclosure, I did literally just install the Harry Potter Quidditch game that is on PS Plus for free.
Fuck yeah. That did just come out. Fuck me.
I like Harry Potter stuff. I still have nostalgia for it, and I don't, art and artist. But that being said, I guess it is more of like associated with like TERFs and right-wing people now. So it really is reverse 2016 theory. The left is the Voldemort now, and I'm over here telling people to read another book. Still.
This is horrible. This shit is horrendous.
Finally, now we'll have the rights version of the I'm a Hufflepuff. I can't wait for that. I can't wait until Matt Walsh comes out as a Gryffindor.
I want Matt Walsh Trigglypuff. I think that would be great.
Matt Walsh, the type of dude to like be a Hufflepuff but pretend to be literally anything else.
He's definitely he's definitely a Slytherin, but he comes off like a Hufflepuff.
Very true. We have a story, about him, but we're saving that for 2 episodes from now, because I'm not subjecting fucking Fred to that either.
We don't need Fred to have to deal with that.
Hang on. There's Matt Walsh stuff.
We don't have that kind of time.
We already talked about him going undercover.
Yeah,
we're fill me in once we're done.
I will, because we got a couple things. Real quick, I will talk about the UWE BOLL movie First Shift, which came out called First Shift. It is a police kind of cop drama where a cop who's been around for a few years, he's got a backstory, gets introduced to a rookie cop, and it's their first shift together. And it shows that UWE BOLL has watched a lot of crime dramas and really wanted to make something that was a crime drama. And I thought it was a really fun time. It's not a great film, but I like that.
Is it his best film?
No. Eventually we'll get to his best film, which is Rampage.
You're telling me that? Okay, all right.
Rampage is his best film. Okay. Have you seen the first one? Oh, Gabe.
Gabe. Gabe.
Yeah. Okay. I'd say Rampage is his best.
Gabe doesn't agree with you. It looks like.
I don't agree with you, no.
Alright, well, we'll save that for eventually.
Well, Gabe, how much do you know about this new movie? Do you know anything about this?
Nothing. I have not looked into it at all. I didn't even know it came out until you
Interesting.
Tristan, if you want, could you go to YouTube and pull up the trailer? I think we could watch this, because I'm in contact with UWE BOLL right now for...
Bane and UWE BOLL have rubbed shoulders a couple times, you know, it's no big deal. First Shift, it's called.
Yes, First Shift.
Bane and UWE BOLL, I mean, no jokes. I mean, I think we already talked about this, but I think that there's a slight possibility that we might be...
There's a possibility...
partly responsible for Postal 2 Kickstarter happening.
Well, we'll discuss that Postal 2 Kickstarter in a little bit, but...
We'll get to it, but Bane and UWE, you know, they're on a first-name basis, obviously.
There's a possibility we could get an interview.
Paradise awaits us before you hit the streets.
Volume good?
Introduce our newest team member.
Yeah.
Russo, meet your new partner.
Alright.
Nope.
I'll put it at half. Okay,
all right now, so another day in paradise awaits us. Before you hit the streets, I'd like to introduce our newest team members. Russo,
it does look like a movie.
Yeah. I was gonna say it.
And I cannot wait.
She's taking a selfie.
She needs someone like you, and you need someone like her.
Is this a precinct or a dating app?
I mean,
it looks a little geezer teaser.
It's a little bit of a geezer, I'll be honest.
Okay, this is really weird. I mean, I thought this is when we were supposed to be getting to know each other, bonding, like getting tight. Oh my God. What about you?
I don't like people.
Sing.
Oh yeah!
Oh my God, he's pulling a fucking... He's pulling a samurai cop!
Hello. I'm like I'm from New York.
Don't do that.
What did you
also, I like this
to
guy.
do?
How about chop off a thumb?
What the fuck?
A wise guy, huh?
I mean, like, I guess it looks like a movie, kind of.
It looked more like a movie than a lot of others.
It looks like a lot better than the typical UWE BOLL movie.
Excuse me, I am not being a pussy about it.
You're kind of being a pussy.
But here's the good news. Option A, you die.
Cheers.
This is a big night.
Having seen this movie, knowing the context of all these
city is my future.
It's so weird.
The future smells like piss.
So,
I mean, it kind of reminds me of, and I know this sounds weird, it kind of reminds me of Space Cop.
I get where you're coming from.
I also liked Space Cop, so, like, that's not a criticism.
This movie is, it feels like he kind of wanted to write a TV series at one point.
Yeah.
Because, obviously, this is, like, the start of a lot of, like, you know, a TV series about cops and all that. But it also sets up a sequel in the, like, at the ass end of the movie. It has, like, a direct tie for a sequel. So, second shift is going to happen, I guess. Which, if that is a title, I have taken credit for it and already trademarked it. So
first shift,
second shiftings.
Second shift.
Okay, that's actually probably what they're gonna do. Actually, but no, it's a fun time. UWE BOLL coming back to direct after this would be 8 years since Rampage 3. So yeah, I know all these movies. I should know other movies, and I should know other things, but I know UWE BOLL movies. I can say that. Is that bad?
Possibly.
Claw, you were like muted for a second there, I think.
Oh, I said that's all you really need. Sorry, I was typing.
Ah, you're good.
Yeah, I don't know how y'all can keep up with that conversation that's happening in the general right now.
Yeah, I've got it muted because I've got OBS up, so it just mutes out automatically. But yeah, no, I think UWE BOLL. I said it on my Letterboxd review. This is the UWE BOLL Renaissance. I'm forcing that, but
well, he's also talking about crowdfunding Postal movie 2, which happened a couple weeks after we started talking about it, and he was liking your tweets.
Yeah,
that's a whole thing.
Yeah. He started talking about it right around the time I was saying, hey, UWE BOLL should do something on public episodes. So that was just saying. I'm not taking credit for it, but I'd like to. I would like to. However, that kind of is taking a turn. Tristan, if you could you pull up the Running with Scissors tweet?
Running with Scissors.
Yeah, so the Indiegogo happened, and by the way, is now gone. I should have gotten a screenshot of it or something, but it's all gone now, so we can't really get into that. But Vince Desi, who is the owner of Running with Scissors, who is the developer and self-publisher of Postal, the game franchise, has said the official position of Running with Scissors, we do not support this crowdfunding effort. I have no fucking idea who Gary Otto, the project owner, is. No one has contacted us about this effort, and it's a major concern that he clearly states he can use any funds raised for another project. For the record, I like UWE, and I look forward to the day our fans can see a new Postal movie, but not funded like this. And then,
yeah, I mean, so it's this Gary Otto guy saying that, and it sounds very suspicious, honestly. I mean, I know we want to be nice to UWE because we want him on the podcast, but
I also don't want him to punch my face, personally.
Oh, I'll let him punch me. It's fine.
I would.
Yeah, that's a badge of honor.
Yeah, it's I'd be better than low tax. I'm still alive.
But true. But Gary Otto, I wouldn't let Gary Otto punch me. I don't know who that guy is. He wants he wants this. He's the project owner of this thing, and he's claiming that the money in the campaign on Kickstarter is going to go either towards Postal 2 movie, or maybe this other thing called California Fried Movie, which I guess is going to have the same content. So fuck that. I mean.
Yeah, so I will, to be fair to the UWE side, Gary Otto has worked on some films that UWE had, he's been a producer beforehand, and he is the co-host of UWE BOLL Raw, which is UWE BOLL's podcast, which I guess is technically a shout-out if you want to go listen to that. But again...
But still, it sounds like UWE did not go through the proper channels with this, and I like that Vince Desi, who was, by the way, super in support of the original and was in the original and had a great cameo.
Check out Second Screenings podcast and the movie also, but Second Screenings.
Check out the podcast.
Patreon.com/Logic. Sorry.
But this post says, I like UWE. I look forward to the day when we can see a new Postal movie, but not in this weird, shady way where, I guess they weren't, informed at all or anything.
So click that tweet right there. So yeah. Here's their tweet here. For the record, we want a Postal movie sequel. With or without UWE, we want it. But this kind of funding that can be pulled to make some other movie and all these things that can be being done without our consent, that's not going to cut it. This is not about creative control for the movie itself. This is all about making sure the fans get what they pay for, which is true.
Yeah, and I have to say, I don't want a Postal 2 movie that can easily be swapped with some other shit at a moment's notice.
Yeah.
I want it to be a real Postal movie.
I want a Postal 2 movie.
I mean, I would like to see a real Postal 2 movie, or, I mean, just a second sequel to the original Postal movie, you know.
Yeah, it's fucking, like, the guy who played him has barely aged a day, like I don't think
he does great work as the dude in the Postal 4, you know.
Yeah.
But, yeah, like, I would rather see California Fried Movie be its own thing separate from this, if that's the idea.
It's like he has kind of moved on from his game adaptation era, I think, really.
Yeah, so just make that and...
one in years.
Yeah, the last one was, I think, Blood Rain 2 or 3?
I think it was 3, because I think that was a trilogy.
I think you're right.
Yeah. I think you're right. Yeah.
I mean, I find him to be a fascinating figure. He's made more films than a good majority of directors that a lot of people look up to. And while some of those movies are not great, I'll be nice about that. Some of them are pretty awful. But I do think that a lot of them, especially the later ones, like Postal, you know, I think for, like, what are those ones? I just drew a blank. Rampage ones. I think all three of them at least showed he's trying to do something. Also, Assault on Wall Street. Really liked Assault on Wall Street. It's a dumb action film with the dude who... Dominic Purcell, the guy from Prison Break and... The Flash.
Yes.
I mentioned Prison Break first. I made sure not to mention The Flash first. And then go to the UWE BOLL tweet I posted in that thread there. Run out of popcorn.
You gotta go to the movies again for your 6-hour drive for popcorn there, Bane?
No, it wasn't 6-hour drive, 6 miles difference.
Oh, okay, that's less crazy. Okay.
Which I do kind of get what he's saying here. We can't shoot Postal 2 if we only raise 500K. That makes sense. But also, if you can't only get 500K, maybe don't make the Postal movie right now. Maybe make that Kentucky or California Fried movie. And do that first to make up money for Postal 2. Maybe that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, or do a real Kickstarter for Postal 2 movie, and, you know, people probably put money toward it if it doesn't have, like, controversy behind it.
Exactly. I would be the first person there. I would hand them my debit card and just be like, all right, take out as much as you want. I would be there. But, yeah, I think only, like, 20 people, I think it got to, like, $100 or $200 on Indiegogo, and then it got basically, like, he deleted
it. Not too much.
Not too much. Then he deleted it after this, and then I guess he still wants to do it, as far as I know. I haven't really spoke to him or read any of his tweets past this. I just kind of got all this stuff for the episode.
I mean, I'm hoping that we didn't indirectly get UWE BOLL to do this without asking Vince Desi and then fuck up the whole concept of Postal 2 movie. I mean, it sounds like they're still willing to work with him and make it actually happen.
I hope it happens.
Yeah,
I hope it happens. That first movie, again, when Second Screenings becomes public, listen to it. If not, patreon.com/patreon.com. Yeah, link down below. It's a fun movie. It captures the spirit and tone better than a lot of video game adaptations have, and still, to this day, like, miss often. Borderlands does not capture any of that same fucking spirit, any of that same energy that a fucking series has. As much as I don't like the series.
The failure of Borderlands is why I personally think that we're not, like, solely responsible for this.
That too.
Because everybody was saying, man, we had it good with UWE BOLL. At least it was, like, a decent-ish kind of stupid fun movie.
I mean, like, even as bad as, like, Alone in the Dark is, and it is, it's awful. It is nowhere close to that fucking series at all, right? But it's at least entertaining. And that's not something I can say for a Borderlands film to a major degree. Like, it's entertaining in moments, but not something you can actively sit there and just be like, what's going on here? What are you doing? Why are you doing at times? House of the Dead also is especially one of those, like, why the slow-mo shot where someone kicks somebody in the air?
You put a lot of the UWE BOLL stuff on and have a good time, even if it's ironic or whatever.
Yeah,
but Borderlands is just miserable.
I wouldn't watch Borderlands again.
Yeah, I wouldn't have watched it the first time.
I'm sorry to have put you guys through that. All right.
I escaped it.
You should be.
Yeah.
Well, do we? Oh my God! It's upside down too.
Yeah.
Oh. Hell
The
yeah.
fans blowing it a bit.
All right. I think we should probably wrap this episode.
I got nothing else.
We've been going for like 5 hours, 6 hours.
We could talk about David Tennant and politics, but
no, I don't think
I'm good.
You're on culture war equals funny. I don't know if that's needed.
So this has been 59 part 2.
Mm-hmm.
Which
stick around next time for Frederick Knudsen episode 60.
Oh yeah.
Shit.
Oh yeah. Really quick, after this, we'll have to record like a separate outro for the other one too.
Do we need that really? We just
let's do it. Let's do it. It'll take like a couple
right.
minutes.
Well, we'll outro this one.
All right,
folks. Loud equals funny part 2. Thank you.
Goodbye, everybody.
Yes, and
this is Jimbo.
Jimbo, and we could even see
Jimbo's
Jimbo's
Jimbo.
Penis.
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 Penis.